Archdiocese of Cebu for the coming 500th anniversary of the Christianization in the Philippines. At the same time, also the Second National Mission Congress. This is a product of deliberation and reflection among the members of the clergy and also the input of the Secretary General of CBCP, Father Marvin Mejia. As we celebrate the 500th anniversary of Christianization in the Philippines, we are considering three pillars. Number one, celebration. Number two, formation. And number three, legacy. We go first to the celebration. Celebration has 7 major events. Number one, Parish Archdiocese Mission Congress, pilgrimage of the Jubilee Cross. Third, monthly Jubilees. Fourth, Triduum celebrations. Fifth, National Mission Congress. Sixth, a Morsolo painting exhibit. And lastly, the celebration of the 500th anniversary of the first baptism. So we go now to the first events, the Parish Archdiocese Mission Congress. This will take place on August, September, October 2020, and it will highlight with the Archdiocese Mission Congress on October 24, 2020. So these congresses are preparatory of the Cebuano faithful as we begin the year-long celebration. So we need to animate, we need to prepare. At the same time, it has been going on the Pagsangyaw, initiated by the Council of the Laity with Monsignor Roger Fuentes and Sister Fe Barino. The Pagsangyaw has been going on in the parishes, so it is part of our preparatory of the celebration, and it will go on and continue during the celebration and even after the celebration. Next, we have the pilgrimage of the Jubilee Cross. This coming December 1, 2019, we will have the countdown mass and also the blessing and send-off of the Jubilee Cross. I would like to try to highlight that the countdown of the Archdiocese of Cebu and CBCP, the focal point is the first baptism that will commemorate on April 14, 2021. So 500 days before that, that will be December 1, 2019. So please do not be misled. In other words, 2021 has many highlights. And for example, today, the Basilica Santo Niño will highlight on the arrival of Santo Niño. And so they have a different countdown. But as for us, Archdiocese of Cebu and the CBCP, our highlight is the first baptism, wherein it is also, as the words of Archbishop Valdez, it is when our faith was planted in our hearts. That is during the first baptism. So again, our focal point is April 14, 2021. Now, in order to highlight the activity and the countdown, we'll have the journey and pilgrimage of the Jubilee Cross. It is an exact replica of the Magellan's Cross made of Tindalo wood. And we will also mount a relic of the True Cross. For 500 days, it will visit the different parishes here in Cebu and hopefully in the different dioceses and archdioceses all around the Philippines. And on April 10, 2021, it will go back and arrive here in Cebu for the Triduum celebrations. So during the visitation of the Jubilee Cross in the different parishes and the dioceses, we are proposing that there will be an arrival reception followed by a symposium about the history of the cross. Then we focus on the catechesis on the sacrament of baptism, and it will end with a challenge and also mission. And we will have the veneration of the cross and also, of course, the departure. The next would be the monthly Jubilees. What is the theme? Gifted to give. The objective, to provide the opportunity for the Cebuano faithful to celebrate meaningfully the historic event of 1521. And our strategy would be sectoral and commission celebrations. So we will have a template of suggestion how the different commissions and sectors will celebrate. Perhaps they will have a symposium about the history, about the celebration, and it will be culminated with a mass, and every sector or commission will give their statement in relation to the celebration, and hopefully they will also make a legacy. So this is just a template. We will not limit their creativity on how they're going to celebrate. It could be a one-day affair, a half-day affair, or even a month-long affair. So it depends upon the sector. And if, of course, media has also their own Jubilee for media. So we will begin the year-long celebration of our centenary. The opening will be on November 22, 2020. And we are also requesting, through the request of Archbishop Palma, that the Holy Father will grant us to open the Holy Door in order to have our plenary indulgence. And it will be extended to other 9 oldest churches in Cebu. So the focal point of the Pilgrim Church is the cathedral, and it will extend to other 9 old churches. And the first one to have their Jubilee celebration would be the choir. As you see in the graph, we have the date, centennial activity, and the feast, and also the commission in charge. So how we are going to identify the specific date that they are going to celebrate is in relation to their patron saints. So that is the significant date for them. And on December, we're inviting the architects to celebrate the Jubilee. The Misa Regalo on 2020, Archbishop Palma will celebrate in the 9 oldest churches in Cebu. Then on January 20, the sports people, 28, the schools, especially the Catholic schools, and February 2 with the religious women, February 11 with the sick people, March 19, Jubilee for family life, April 2, Jubilee for catechists, Jubilee for youth. Then on May 13, your Jubilee for the media. Father Monsieur Joseph has suggested it will be Ascension Sunday. So hopefully by this time you'll be planning how you're going to celebrate. On May 25, for the lectors and cantors. For June, we have the engineers. June 27, religious men. July 31 with the soldiers. August 14 with the prisoners. August 15 with the acolytes. On September 25, social advocacies. September 28, lay ministers. September 30, Bible apostolate. October 4, the environment. With the environment, we are suggesting that they could spearhead to plant 500 trees as part of our legacy and celebration. October 27, the World Mission Sunday. October 22, Jubilee for Artists. November 4, 2021, seminaries. November 13, 2021, migrants and itinerant people. And so we will end our long year celebration on November 21, 2021. So as to date, we are still negotiating and trying to make arrangement with the city government that we can also invite these sectors to celebrate. For example, the urban poor. So we might have Jubilee for farmers, Jubilee for vendors, habal-habal drivers, Jubilee for women, children, senior citizens, and even Jubilee for PWD. At the same time, we're also working and inviting the health practitioners, engineers, businessmen, architects, lawyers, and even CHED and DepEd. And they have already signified that they would celebrate such event. The fourth would be the Triduum celebrations. So the Triduum celebrations, this would prepare ourselves on April 14. On April 11, the first day of Triduum, we'll have the adult baptism that will take place in the National Shrine of St. Joseph. April 12, the second day of Triduum, we'll have the confirmation at the Archdiocese Shrine of Our Lady of Guadalupe. And April 13, the third day of Triduum, we will have a Mass and procession. So hopefully this would escalate our preparation for the April 14. At the same time, in those weeks and days, we will have the National Mission Congress. This is a program, an event, an activity spearheaded by the Catholic Bishops' Conference of the Philippines with the Episcopal Commission on Mission. It will take place on April 12 to 16, 2021 at IC3 Pavilion. The National Mission Congress will be divided into two parts. The first part, April 12 to 13, 2021, that will be the International Missiology Symposium. April 14 to 16, 2021, second National Mission Congress. And we are expecting about 5,000 delegates coming from all around the Philippines. And on April 16, as part of the closing Mass, there will be a send-off of 500 missionaries adjuntees. So these missionaries will be sent outside the Philippines to do missionary work. Then, within that week, during the highlights, we'll have the Amorsolo painting exhibit on April 11 to 18, 2021, again spearheaded by the CBCP, and it will be collaborated here in the Archdiocese of Cebu. Next, we'll have the 500th anniversary of the first baptism. So this is the highlight, the center of our preparation and youth celebration. That will take place on April 14, 2021. So you can imagine, while the Mission Congress is going on, then we will have the 500th anniversary of the first baptism. Aside from many activities, the liturgical activity would highlight, before the Mass, the reenactment of the first baptism. And during the Mass, we will have the baptism of 500 children, together with children who have special needs. At the same time, we also have the renewal of vows for all who would participate the Mass. And hopefully, at the end of the liturgical celebration, there will be a presentation of contingent of the Nagyang at the Atihan and Sinulog Festival. So that would somehow highlight the said event. The second, after talking about the celebration, we have the formation aspect. Of course, we have the homiletic guides that will be given to the priests to deliver in their masses, and it will be spearheaded by the Parish Pastoral Planning Board, the recollection guides, the pre-Jordan adult baptism, and formation of missionaries. So we are also forming the people. At the same time, we are also planning for our legacy, a publication of homiletic and recollection guides, updated pre-Jordan formation program that is for baptism, formation program for adult Christian initiation, and collaboration between LGU and the Archdiocese of Cebu. Then part of our legacy, hopefully we can have a monument to the first baptism in the Philippines, 500 pocket forests, 500 Catholics who would be baptized during the event, and to cap the whole event, we will publish a coffee table book. So that is as far as the Archdiocese is concerned, and hopefully we can implement this. However, we're still open to some revisions and also suggestions, because we're still continue to plan these events. But at the same time, these are what we are having in mind. Thank you.